Great morning, my fellow students. I want to welcome you to this online teaching and learning processes. Trade is our today's topic, and we are going to discuss more on commercial activities in Nigeria. And here, our behavioral objective that at the end of this lesson, you students should be able to explain commercial activities in Nigeria, which is the types of trades that is carried out in Nigeria, the division of international trade, and also importance of international trade. What do we mean by trade? We all know that trade refers to the art of buying and selling or exchange of goods and services within one region or another, in the same country or within one country or another. The former, which is the previous one, is called internal trade, while the later, which is the other part of it, is called what? International trade. So when talking about trade, we must talk about transaction, we must speak about exchange of what? Goods and services, not just within the country. Trade can come across even outside and in within the country. Within the country, the trade that is carried out within the country is called internal trade, while the one that is carried beyond the country is called international trade. What are the factors which favors internal trade? That is another name for internal trade. We can also refer it as domestic trade, and there are many factors that have that favor this international trade. One is difference in product produced in the different region of the country. It also favors what? Internal trade, that is the product that is produced within the region, within the state, like Benue, Abia State, Enugu State. The product that is producing within those region is also count or increase the GDP of the region. Then different in climate, the climatic condition is different. Most especially in Nigeria, we have limited rainfall in the northern region, which most of farmers engage mainly on perishable commodities like tomato, vegetable, and so many others. While in the north central and also in the east and in the south, they mainly engage themselves in tubers production due to the climatic condition. We also have fertile soil. Soil also determine the kind of trade that will be going on in a particular country, wide market, and also common what? Currency. So division of international trade, that is, international trade is divided into two groups or types. These are the import and the export. And when we talk about the import, it involves the buying and selling of goods and services from another country into your own country. So when you buy goods from another country into your own country, you imported it into your own country, we refer it as what? Import trade. While export is within the country to another country. That is the trade that is involved the selling of goods and services producing in one country to what? To another country. Now, in import trade contributes to the GDP of a country. And what is GDP? GDP is gross domestic product. That is those product that is produced by the citizen of a country. So in import trade is almost most important because it contributed to the GDP of the country that exported to another country. While the import trade almost favors the GNP. And what is GNP? Gross national product. So export is very very important. A country with a high export rate like China, like Japan, like Germany, like in so many countries, Australia, and so many countries who mainly adapt this method of exporting product, or India and Israel, which is the high rate of those people that is producing agricultural product in the world. So it contributed to their citizens GDP because it promotes their economy. So that is all about trade. So we speak about international trade, talk about the factor which favor international trade, and so many of it talks about trade and so many. If you come continue from where you stop, stay safe and God bless you.